Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, girls. Welcome back to the online classes after Eid holidays, and it's our science lecture now. And today we will do chapter number 10, page number 109, and our chapter name is Compounds or Mixtures. In this chapter, first of all, today I will tell you about the compounds, that what are compounds, and next one I will tell you about the properties of the compounds. So let's move to the topic. Girls, have you noticed that some common substances as the water, chalk, sugar, wood and air, all these substances are not listed in the periodic table as we read in our last chapter of chapter element, the simplest kind of matter, and I told you about the periodic table in this chapter. So these substances, when these substances are not listed in the periodic table, then what these substances are? So this is our topic. Then these substances are called the compounds or the mixtures. So today our topic is about the compounds. First of all, the definition of a compound. A compound consists of two or more elements that are chemically combined together. As I can give you the example of the water that is made up of the two common elements. First one is the hydrogen and next one is oxygen. Hydrogen is a element while the oxygen is also an element. When both these elements chemically combine together, they form water. And the pattern, as I show the reaction of this substance, the formation of the water, this is called word equation. Word equation is used to describe a chemical reaction, as this equation shows the chemical reaction of the water. And in this reaction we can see that when the hydrogen chemically combine with oxygen, it forms water. And when the elements combine, we put the mark of plus, while the formation shows arrow. Okay, next one is about the properties of the compound. There are other many examples to show the formation of a compound that I will told you in the properties of the compounds. Okay, next move to the topic, properties of compounds. Okay, so our next one topic, that is some common properties of the compounds. And there are thousands of the compounds around us, each having the different sets of the properties. And however, all compounds share some common physical properties that I will told you in this topic. And the first common property of the compound, that is compounds are formed by chemical reaction, which usually involve the exchange of energy, and this energy will be in the form of, can be in the form of heat, light or both. And this is the example to show this property, that when the carbon combine with oxygen, it form carbon dioxide, and it is a burning process. In this burning process, when the carbon dioxide is produced, uh, and it is the burning of carbon and oxygen. When carbon react with oxygen, there is a burning process that forms carbon dioxide, and also here heat and light is produced. So first one property is that compounds are formed by the chemical reaction which involve exchange of energy. Energy can be used or given out, but in this burning process of the carbon and oxygen, heat and light both are given out. Our next one property, that is properties of the compounds are different from its constituent elements. A compound has properties that are different from the properties of its constituent elements. As you can see the example of sodium and chlorine. First one, sodium that is a soft and highly reactive material. and it is a metal, while chlorine, that is a greenish yellow poisonous gas. It is a metal while chlorine is a gas. When both these elements combine together, they form sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, that is a compound. Sodium is an element, chlorine is an element, while sodium chloride formation, that is a compound, and it is different from sodium, that is a metal, chlorine, that is a gas, but sodium chloride, that is a common salt, white crystalline solid. The salt that we use in our home is its name is sodium chloride. So the third one property, that is compound can be broken by chemical methods. A compound can only be broken down into the simpler substances by the chemical methods, and such as the chemical method that is called decomposition. That's meant it's mean that breaking down of compounds, and this breaking is due to maybe due to heating, lighting, or passing the electric current. And in this I will give you the example of next one, formation of it is not the formation of a compound, it is the breakdown of the compound. Third one property shows the breakdown of the compound, that is only due to heating, lighting, or bypassing the electric current. So here the compound, that is copper chloride that split into solid copper and gaseous chlorine when an electric current passes through its solution. When the current passes through the copper chloride solution, then copper and chlorine split out. Copper, that is an element, and chlorine is an element, and copper chloride, that is a compound. I think so you can understand now the difference between an element and a compound, that when two elements combine together they always form a compound. And here you can see the name, that is copper chloride, that shows that in this compound there is a copper and chlorine. As in our previous example, sodium chloride, that is also a compound, it shows that there is an element of sodium, and chloride, that shows the element chlorine. And this is a word equation to show the formation of sodium chloride. This is the word equation that shows the breakdown of copper chloride. So the next one, common property of a compound, that is the different elements in a compound are joined together in a fixed proportion by mass. It means that compound has a fixed proportion by mass of different elements. Here I am taking the example of the water, and water, that is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. When hydrogen combine with oxygen, it forms the water, but there is a fixed proportion by mass of these elements. Hydrogen, that should be 1 gram, oxygen should be 8 gram. Then in 8 gram of oxygen combined with 1 gram of hydrogen, it forms water, and water has a mass of 9 gram. If we decrease the mass of oxygen, then there will be no reaction with the hydrogen and the oxygen. Always water formation need 8 gram oxygen and 1 gram of hydrogen, then there will be the formation of water.